Hi, I'm Jen Peters. Thank you so much for joining me. In this Inner Child Healing, we are going to dive into your subconscious mind. We're going to connect with the inner children within you who feel chronically lonely. They grew up feeling incredibly unseen, lonely, disconnected. And together we're going to go in, we're going to begin dissolving this trauma that's sitting around them. To begin, I'm going to ask you to join me in taking a few deep and relaxing breaths, nice, natural, relaxing breaths. Beautiful. Okay, so I'd like you to think about a time where you felt incredibly lonely, very, very alone, disconnected, unseen, forgotten maybe. I'm going to get you to think of a time where you felt like this. If you struggle with that, you could also think of a time where you've perhaps become very obsessive or clingy or chasing towards somebody. I'm going to get you to find a scenario in your adult years where one of these things has happened. And we want to find one that's quite intense, that's really quite triggering for you. Beautiful, well done. Okay, so what I'll get you to do now is I want you to replay this particular scenario in your mind. I want you to recall who else was involved, where you were when this happened, and just stepping through what happened. And I want you to notice where in your body are you feeling the emotional charge when you replay this event. And if there's more than one area, just focus on the area where it's more intense. Beautiful. Now I'd like you to notice on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most intense, how intense is this emotional charge for you? Beautiful, well done. Okay, so once again, I want you to replay this event in your mind, remembering who else was involved, noticing the emotional charge in your body. Beautiful. So in the part of the body where you have the emotional charge, I want you to notice what physical sensations do you notice? Beautiful, well done. Let's go a wee bit deeper. What emotions or feelings are sitting in that part of your body? Beautiful. Let's go a little bit deeper. I want you to notice now what else, what other emotions or feelings or even words. There might be words like feeling abandoned or rejected or not good enough. So there might be those sort of words and phrases in there as well. So I just want you to notice what is sitting underneath for you. Beautiful, well done. So we're going to go a wee bit deeper. I'd like you to now, really honing in on that part of your body, I'd like you to connect with the younger part of you that's sitting in there. Now perhaps begin by imagining that you can connect with them. You're likely to either see them or feel them, or maybe a combination of both. So I'd like you to imagine that you can connect with them now. Beautiful, well done. So I'd like you to notice what sort of age are they? Doesn't have to be exact, but just around about. And if there's more than one child sitting in there, or one part of you sitting in there, just choose the youngest child or the one that you are most drawn to. And I want you to notice, how old are they? Beautiful, well done. Okay. Now I'd also like you to notice, how is this inner child feeling? They're going to be feeling similarly to you, but there are going to be some differences. So I'd like you just to connect in with them now and notice, how are they feeling? What are they thinking right now? Beautiful, well done. Okay, so let us go in. I'm going to get you to imagine for a moment going in to where this younger part of you is. So I'm going to get you to go in, and if they're young, if they're little, if they're a child, I'm going to get you to wrap them in a beautiful soft pink blanket. Soft pink because of the frequency of unconditional love that that color holds. So just wrapping them right up. Pick them up, hold them, because when they're sitting within your arms, they can feel safe, they can feel seen, they can feel protected. If they're a little bit older and it's not really appropriate to pick them up, then I would suggest making the connection with them. Still wrap them up in the soft pink blanket, but we're wanting to make connection with them, because these little ones have not had connection. That's part of the problem. So I'll get you to do that now. Beautiful. And I want you to notice, are they comfortable to stay in the location that they are right now in the scene? Or would they be more comfortable if you take them right out of that and maybe take them to where you are now? You could take them to the beach or the park or outside in the sunshine. So if they'd like to be somewhere else, just take them. And because it's your visualization, you can take them wherever you'd like to go. Beautiful. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to make eye contact with them, or imagine that you can make eye contact with them. So you would just imagine looking into their eyes. Now sometimes this fades in and out, that's totally fine. The value in doing this is that these little ones have not had that connection that they needed, and that's part of why they feel so lonely. So when you're able to create that eye contact and connection with them, they do feel that connection. In fact, if you will notice that you might feel that connection as well, because you are them. So just looking them in the eyes, and I'm going to speak through you. I see you. I see how incredibly lonely you feel, how unseen, unheard you feel. And I want you to know that the reason you're feeling like this, it is not your fault. It is not because of you, and it is not because you've done something wrong. The truth is that your family were unable to connect with you and see you in the way that you really needed to. But this was not because of you. They had their own distractions, their own unhealed wounds that they were dealing with. But I want you to know that I see you. I see you and I love you. And I am so sorry that you have had to carry this for so long. But I am here now. I am here, and I am your future self. I am you all grown up. And I am here to bring you home with me. To bring you home where you belong, where you fit, where you are so very much wanted, where I can see you and hear you and celebrate you, where I can love you and I can make sure all of your needs are met and so much more. I want you to notice now, what does this little one say when I ask, what is it you need to say to us? What would you like us to know? Beautiful. So I want you to take what they've said and I want you to mirror it back to them using their words and give them the reassurances that they need. They might say something like, I'm always left out. Then you might say to them something along the lines of, I know that you feel always left out. And I want you to know I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. But I want you to know that from today onwards, I will always include you. And I will always be here holding your hand. So I'll get you to do that now. The key here is using their words. Beautiful, well done. Okay, So we're now going to call forward any other parts of you that feel like this, okay? So you might notice other little inner children joining you, or even adults, okay? Or otherwise there may not be any others, and that's totally fine too. So let us call forward all parts of you that feel incredibly, chronically lonely, that feel alone, that feel abandoned, that feel rejected. Let's call all those parts forward now. The parts that feel chronically lonely, alone, abandoned, and rejected. We'll call them all in. Beautiful. So any others that join us, we'll also wrap them in soft pink as well, so that they can start feeling that love connection and begin healing. So just working with this first inner child that we've been working with, I'm going to get you to just notice, what do they say when I ask them, what beliefs do you have? And they're likely to say things like, I'm all alone, nobody sees me, nobody wants me. So just look out for, what is it they say when I ask, what beliefs do you have? Beautiful. So once again, I want you to take their words and mirror them back to them. For example, if they said, nobody wants me, then you would say to them, I know that you have a belief that nobody wants you, but I want you to know that I want you, and I am so proud to be you. So use their words, mirror them back, and give them the reassurance that they need. I'll get you to do that now. Beautiful, well done. Okay, so just taking that belief that they had, we're going to now ask them, if you've got that particular belief, what patterns have you created as a result? For example, if they had the belief that they're unwanted, we would say, if you have the belief that you're unwanted, what patterns have you created? And they'd be likely to say something along the lines of, that I have to cling to people who show me attention. Or it might be that they push them away completely. So we'll get you to do that now. So just ask them, using the belief that they had, if you have a belief that, what patterns have you created as a result? I'll get you to do that now. Beautiful. Well done. So, taking the particular patterns that they have, I'd like you to reflect those patterns back to them and let them know that they don't need to do that anymore. For example, if they said they've created a pattern where they have to chase people or cling on to them, you would say to them, I know that you've created a pattern where you chase people and you cling on, but I want you to know that you don't need to do that anymore, because I am here now and I will never ever leave you. I will always be here with you, connecting with you and loving you. I'll get you to do that now. Beautiful, well done. Okay, let's see what other beliefs this part of you has. So when I ask, what other beliefs do you have? What do they say? Beautiful, well done. So once again, taking their beliefs, using their specific words, I'd like you to mirror those back to them and give them the reassurance that they need to let those beliefs go. Beautiful, well done. Okay, so taking that belief once again, just asking them, if you have the belief that, what patterns have you created as a result? Just see what they have to say. Beautiful, well done. Okay, so taking that pattern, reflect it back to them and let them know that they don't need to do that anymore, because you are here, you see them, you love them, and you will always be connecting with them. Beautiful. Excellent. Let's do one more round. So again, what beliefs do they have? And taking those beliefs, using their words, mirroring them back, giving them the reassurances they need to let it go. Beautiful, well done. Once again, let's take that particular belief. Ask them if they have that particular belief, what patterns have they created as a result? Beautiful. Okay, so once again, using their words, reflect the passion back to them and let them know they don't need to do that anymore. You're here loving them, supporting them, giving them the emotional nourishment connection that they need. Beautiful, well done. So we're going to do a wee little visualization here before we wrap this up. I'm going to get you to think of a time, perhaps where the sort of one that you've been working with, maybe where they've felt really isolated or lonely or unseen. It might be at school, it might be at home. I want you to see them in that environment, you know, that you're drawn to using, and being really accepted. It might be, for example, at school, seeing them go into school, maybe with you, and seeing them be really accepted and welcomed in to, you know, a group of friends, for example. Or maybe it's at home, seeing them when they're younger, coming home and being really welcomed at home and made to feel so wanted and so much part of the family, really celebrated. I'll get you to do that now. And again, you can be there with them, holding their hand if that feels right. And just noticing how happy they feel, how liberated they feel, how good it feels for them to be fully accepted and seen and part of that group. Beautiful. Well done. Okay, so let us bring through violet light. Let's bring through violet light through this little one and also any others that are there, so fully immersed. And I want you to notice the violet light streaming down through the top of your crown chakra at the top of your head, and just imagine it pouring into your body and it just filling every single cell, every fiber, every part of your body, completely filled with a violet light, and just allowing it to expand all the way out into your energetic field, and just noticing the same with your little one too. Good. Now we're going to merge any of the others together that happen to be there. Okay, so let's merge them all together into this first inner child that you are working with. Beautiful. So I'm going to place a bright blue crystal. It's very sparkly. It's from Arcturus. We're going to place that above your little one's head and also one above you. And I want you to notice that bright, almost electric blue light just streaming down into them, filling every fiber of their being. So their whole body is filled with this bright blue, and noticing now how it expands out into their energy field, just filling their whole field up with bright blue. And just noticing the same with you, with that beautiful, beautiful electric blue light streaming into your body, all the way down to your toes, filling your whole body, all the way out into your energy field. Just knowing that this energy is actually going to dismantle that programming for you. I'm just going to do a wee bit of energy work. I won't be a moment. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to shrink this little one down to the size of a baseball. They're still wrapped up in light, although the color light may have changed, may have lightened up. We're going to place them into your heart. We're going to let them know that they are home now, where they are very much loved, where they're very much seen and celebrated, and they will never ever be left out, excluded, or left alone again. They will be very much included and celebrated and seen and loved, just for being them, their beautiful selves. They can rest now. Rest and receive the love that you have for them. Beautiful. So I'm going to hand you a rainbow crystal, so a clear crystal with a rainbow radiating out. And we're going to place this in the part of your body where you initially felt that emotional charge. I'm going to place that in there now. I just want you to notice that part of your body starting to actually really glow. A lot of rainbow light glowing in that part of your body. Beautiful. So I'd like you to just take a moment and have a wee peek at the scenario you used at the beginning to trigger you. Don't dive in too deep, but just have a little peek at that scenario. And I want you to notice now, how do you feel now compared to how you felt before? Beautiful. Amazing. You've done an amazing, amazing job. Now just know that this particular healing can and probably needs to be done several times to fully dissolve this. Look, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for being such a beautiful, beautiful member of our community. I really appreciate you. Please feel free to leave comments below, letting us know what your experiences have been throughout this healing. I am sending you so much love and blessings. Mwah.